everyone, let's see the secretions, function and disorders of thyroid gland. The thyroid is a part of the endocrine system which is made up of glands that produce, store and release hormones into the bloodstream so that the hormones can reach the body cells. Thyroid gland was first described by Thomas Watson in 1655. All vertebrates have thyroid gland. It is a butterfly-shaped organ located in the base of the neck. The mammalian thyroid gland weighs of about 25 grams to 40 grams and composed of two lobes. Lies in front of the throat below the posterior part of the thyroid cartilage, also called Adam's apple. The two lobes of thyroid gland lie on either side of the windpipe and is usually connected by a strip of thyroid tissue known as isthmus. So now let's see the functions of thyroid gland. The thyroid gland produces hormones that regulate the body's metabolic rate. As you all know that it is very important for a normal metabolic life as well as heart and digestive function, muscle control, brain development, mood and bone maintenance. Its normal functioning depends on having a good supply of iodine from the diet. So let's see how the thyroid gland works. The tissue of thyroid gland is composed mostly of thyroid follicles. The follicles are made up of central cavity filled with sticky secretion collected within the vesicles in the form of fluid called colloid. The thyroid uses iodine from the foods we eat to make two main hormones. Triiodothyronine, it is also referred as T3, thyroxine, it is also known as T4. The hypothalamus and the pituitary communicate to maintain T3 and T4 balance. The release of thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland is controlled by thyrotrophin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus in the brain and by thyroid stimulating hormone produced by the pituitary gland. When T3 and T4 are low in the blood, the pituitary gland releases more TSH to stimulate the thyroid gland to produce more thyroid hormones. If T3 and T4 are high, the pituitary gland releases less TSH to the thyroid gland to slow production of these hormones. This forms part of a feedback loop called the hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis. So let's see the disorders of thyroid gland. Disorders of thyroid gland. The thyroid gland can become overactive refers to hyperthyroidism or underactive called hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is a term given when low levels of thyroid hormones are produced by the thyroid gland. It may result from autoimmune diseases and poor iodine intake. Since thyroid hormones are essential for physical and mental development, hypothyroidism during development, that is, before birth and during childhood, refers to cretinism, can result in learning difficulties and reduced physical growth. Hypothyroidism in adults result in myxedema, characterized by decreased metabolic rate. This causes symptoms that include fatigue, intolerance of cold temperatures, low heart rate, weight gain, reduced appetite, poor memory, depression, stiffness of muscles and infertility. Then hypothyroidism is often accompanied by an enlargement of the thyroid gland. It is known as exophthalmic goiter. This is characterized by the protrusion of eyeball. Goiter may be due to an excessive stimulation from the pituitary or inadequate supply of iodine in the diet, which causes the gland to overwork. To prevent goiter, the dietary iodine intake should be of about 0.1 milligrams daily. Thyrotoxicosis is the term given when there is too much of thyroid hormones in the bloodstream. It may be a result of overactivity of the thyroid gland, as in Graves' disease. So what is this? This is actually the inflammation of the thyroid or a benign thyroid tumor. What are the symptoms of this thyrotoxicosis? So thyrotoxicosis symptoms are intolerance to heat, weight loss, increased appetite, increased bowel movements, irregular menstrual cycle, rapid and irregular heartbeat, palpitations, tiredness, irritability, tremor, hair loss, and retraction of eyelids. That's why when you see some peoples, they look like staring. How to prevent thyroid problems? Make sure you have healthy iodine levels to avoid deficiency of iodine. You can start by supplementing with the recommended daily allowance of iodine, that is 150 mcg per day. That's why we are using iodized salt nowadays. Stop smoking. Cigarettes contain the chemical thiocyanate, which can damage your thyroid gland. Avoid radiation such as X-rays. Overconsumption of soy foods can slow your thyroid and its secretion. Vitamin D therapy can significantly reduce thyroid antibodies and may prevent overhypothyroidism. Supplementing with selenium can reduce thyroid antibodies and may even restore your thyroid function to normal without medication. At last, by doing yogic exercises and keeping our mind and body stress free makes the normal secretion and function of thyroid gland. So when you lead a normal, healthy, stress-free life, that will improve your thyroid gland normal function.